Excuse me.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Fine, and you?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you for coming to class tonight.
You're welcome.
See, we
I'm
have
the girl
Alan.
who.
On va en français. Mais là, c'est on a bien avoir des points comme oui.
So it looks like we have Alan, Ismail, Julissa,
Hi.
Michaela. Hi, how was everybody tonight?
Great.
Hi.
Fine.
Hello.
Great.
It's nice to see everybody. I'm going to wait just a minute to see if anybody else wants to show up, and then we'll get class started.
Yes.
Well, let's see. We have quite a few people. Why don't we start? I'm kind of new. I'm happy you're here in class. I'd like to start tonight giving everybody a chance to introduce themselves. And I'll start. My name's Nate. I'm from the state of Nevada. And my job in the daytime, I teach Spanish at a school. And I love meeting people from all over the world and finding out things about other parts of the world. Tonight we're going to talk about family, and I have 2 kids, a daughter and a son, and my wife, and that's about my family. I'll tell you more later. But when you introduce yourself tonight, I'd like it if you would please tell us if you know how you got your name, how your parents chose your name. So why don't we start? Alan, would you like to start introducing yourself?
Yeah.
Alan is always first.
Yeah, well, lucky guy, I guess.
I already got used to it. Yeah, well, my name is Alan. And I'm from Mexico, and I have one sister, one brother, my dad, and my mom. And I really don't know how I got my name. I just know I have it.
Okay, yeah, you know you've got it, but you don't know how.
I don't know how.
Okay, so you didn't have any special like any family story about it then that you know of.
Any special story?
I'm saying about your name.
Not really.
Okay, that's all right.
My dad says that my complete name is Francisco Alan, and my dad said that he wanted only to call me Alan, but when he realized my mom put in my how I say uh,
Birth
I don't have,
certificate?
yeah, in my
Okay.
birth certificate, yeah, thanks. On my
Yeah, no
birth
problem.
certificate, she puts Francisco because my dad's name is Francisco, so she puts first Francisco Allen, and
Oh, that's interesting. That's a good story.
yeah, and my dad didn't know it.
Well, he knows it now, right?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay, well, thank you, Alan. It's nice to meet you.
Thank
Angeli, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Right. I'm Angeli, 22 years old. I do have two little brother, and I live with my father. My mother is not with me. They are separated. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. And that's it.
Okay. And
Well,
where were you from?
Philippines.
From the Philippines.
Yeah, but I'm here now in Japan.
In Japan. Okay.
Mm. Just having my vacation.
Well, that sounds fun.
Mm.
Well, good. Well, thank you for coming to class tonight.
Thank you.
Danny, what can you tell us about yourself?
He's funny.
He's a funny guy?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Let's see. I am from Quebec, in Canada.
Okay.
I have two brothers. My name is Danny, and well, my dad, his name starts with a D, and one of my brother, his name starts with a D. So my name starts with a D. They wanted all the children to start with D, but it stopped at me because my younger brother is Tommy, so it stops.
You are the grand finale.
I am in the middle.
You're in the middle? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
I can understand that about having kids' names all the same. All of my kids' names start with the letter C.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I think because my wife wanted it that way.
Okay.
She came up with the names and I thought they were cool, so I was like, oh, okay. Okay, who'd like to go next? Hernan, would you like to go next? Can you hear us, Hernan?
Yeah, he's talking, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know, Hernan. Maybe your
Sebas!
maybe your microphone's off or something.
You're here.
Hi, Michaela.
Hi
I can hear
again.
you. I can hear your screamings from the city.
Hernan, I'm not trying to cut you off, but we're gonna skip. Why don't you check your microphone and see if something's not going right? I don't think. But let's go to Julissa, and let's hear about you, Julissa.
Okay.
What's going on?
Hi everyone, I'm Yulisa from Peru, from Lima, Peru. And well, I'm trying to improve my English. I'm almost new here. And well, about my name, I remember that my dad told me that when he was a teacher in a school, he had a student with the name Julisa, and at that time he liked the name a lot, and that's why he chose that name.
Okay, so he heard the name from somebody else and decided it's a nice name.
Thanks.
That's cool. Okay, thank you. It's nice to meet you very much. Hitham, can you hear us?
Okay, yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and especially your name. We're talking about families tonight, and obviously names have a lot to do with families.
Hi, Sam.
Are you there, Hitham?
Yes, okay. How is
Okay.
you?
What could you tell us about yourself?
My name is Haitham. I'm Egyptian. I live in Cairo.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
Where does your name come from?
from
Yes, where did you get your name? Is it
my
a
name,
family name
family
or?
name, Haitham Abdelazim.
Okay.
Okay. From Egypt.
Okay.
I mm, 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 mm. Just okay.
Okay. Well, thank you
About
for
my
joining
house.
class tonight. We
Okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm curious. I want to skip to Sebastian. I've been watching other classes, and
He's everywhere.
yeah, you're everywhere. Tell me about
Oh,
yourself.
come on.
I mean,
Now I'm shy.
if they made a poster for Verbling, I think you would be on it.
Yes, you're
Very
right.
proud of. I'm proud of.
So
Oh,
Sebastian,
You're
where are
a
you
teacher.
from?
You can say that to the people of Berlin, like a poster with my face.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe, maybe. So where are you
Okay.
from, Sebastian?
I'm from Santiago, Chile.
Of Santiago. Okay.
Yes.
And
And about my name, actually, when I was no, wait. I almost when I was. Oh, ¿cómo? Micaela, ¿cómo digo cuando nací?
When I was born.
when I was born.
When I was born. Okay, when I was
Yeah.
born. Actually, I born. No, I born. Yeah.
I was born.
Really, I was born really sick, like really sick. So
Okay.
my family, my mother and my father. I don't know if this is the right word. Entrusted?
They were interested.
No, entrusted. They encomendaron. ¿Cómo lo digo, Micael?
Oh yeah, they
No, I
entrusted.
don't know. He
Yeah.
knows Spanish too.
Sí, hablo español.
Great.
No, encomendaron. They entrusted. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
To San Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
So they do una manda, I don't know in English, that if he saved me or he helped me at the age of 10, we were going to see him and put some candles on San Sebastian, that is in the south of Chile.
Okay.
So now I'm here, and when I was 10 years old, the family go to San Sebastian and put a candle.
That's a special story. Thank you.
Yeah, so I always be aware of. I mean, I'm aware of what my saint. I don't know if I say it right.
Yes,
That is
saint.
the January 20. Yeah, 20 of January is San Sebastian. So
January
you have
20th.
you have to remember.
So do you go back? Okay, I will remember.
No. We don't go back. It was just when I was turned.
Just when you were
10
born.
years.
Oh yeah, 10 years old. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a very interesting story. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to share the story of where you got your name? Michaela, you didn't take a turn yet, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
Come on,
I think
Michaela.
it's your turn.
Well, I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
What a wonderful city.
Thank you. It's very crowded, but yeah, I like it.
I lived there before.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. That's where I learned to speak Spanish.
Oh, so you have a great accent.
I don't have an Argentine accent anymore. Now
Oh.
I speak where I live. There are a lot of Mexican people, and so at first they used to say you have a weird accent. Now I speak more like the Mexican people, I think.
Okay.
Anyways, I'll quit interrupting. You were telling us about your name.
I don't know. I have a second name, and it's Andrea. I know the story of that name, but not the story of the first one. My mom really liked Andrea, and she wanted to put it first instead of Micaela, because she knew a very intelligent accountant, and that's why she liked the name. But Andrea Micaela didn't sound good, so she changed it and put Micaela Andrea.
Oh, okay.
That's
Very
all.
That's great. Isn't it interesting how your family name and sometimes name starts your family and you'll go back later in your life and your kids and your grandkids will say, "Oh, how did you get your name?" And it's interesting if you have a story. If you don't have one, maybe you can make one up and tell. Well, hey, let's start. I'd like to just make sure that everybody has a chance to see just a little bit of vocabulary that might help us.
Name.
Yes.
What about yours?
Oh, you want to hear about my name?
Yes.
Well, I'm kind of like you were, Michaela. My middle name probably has more meaning in my family. My middle name is Wayne, like this,
Oh,
like Bruce Wayne, but I'm
yes.
not that rich. But anyways, that was my father's middle name, and my grandfather's name, and my great grandfather also. And so it just keeps continuing. And we gave that middle name to my son too. So that's kind of a tradition in our family is the firstborn son receives the middle name Wayne.
Okay, so you're like Wayne the Third or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, like that.
Without the numbers.
I'm number 3. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Can you see the vocabulary I put up on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to be talking about families today, and these are some of the words that I thought would be most useful as we start. We have grandpa, grandma, father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, cousins, relatives, and then I put step and a line. This could be like step brother, stepchild, things like that, and in-laws. In-laws also. Do you have any questions on any of those words?
Nephew.
Nephew? A nephew, let's see, the son of my brother would be my nephew.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Son.
If
my
he's a boy, of course.
Yes. And the niece would be the daughter of my brother. I can put those back up there.
Yeah.
Niece would be the daughter of my brother. Are they back up? Okay. So those are some words that we'll try to use as we talk about our families. Let's take a look here. I'm kind of curious. Families can be a lot of different things. Sometimes there's a mother and a father. Sometimes just a mother is in a family, or just a father with the kids. And I know that some people live with their grandparents and their parents, whereas other people may not. I'm curious, how many of you are married or would say that you have your own family now?
Not me.
No.
We're pretty young, yes.
So everybody here is single?
Yes.
Forever alone.
Me.
No. Oh,
No?
yes. Yes, yes, I misunderstood.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're not single, Michaela. You're with me.
No, no.
Oh boy.
He's falling in love with me.
He's falling in love with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Michaela, you didn't say that in Skype.
But how can anyone be falling in love with black webcam?
What he said?
I don't know that I'm black.
Yes, black
Black
webcam.
thing.
Black video.
Yeah, he's saying because Michaela, we can't even see you on your camera. It's just black.
Oh.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
How could
I'm
anybody fall in love
mysterious
with just a black screen?
No, it's because of my personality. That's why.
Oh, okay.
He's in love with her voice.
Oh, you're in love with boys? Okay. Well. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go any farther there. That's up to you guys. you guys can have your own lesson later, but let's take a look. I put I got together a picture of a family. I'm gonna try to put it up here. It's not showing up. I'll pull it up in a little bit. But it shows different relationships in a family. Why don't we start? You know, we all came from a family sometime. What's some of the best memories you have when you were younger with your family? What are some of the things maybe you did with them that you really loved?
I can try. There is a lots of moments, so it's long to say all the moment, but you know, it's all the moment. For example, going to Disneyland, or you know, it's all things I find interesting.
You have good memories like that. You went to Disneyland with your family?
Yes.
You did.
Cool.
Don't say that too loud because my wife always tells me, "You've never taken me to Disneyland." And if she hears you
We all
saying
have
that,
to yell.
did you drive?
Luckily, you have headphones.
I was young.
Yeah, luckily I do have headphones. But to tell you the truth, she's sitting right in the other room, so I know she heard that.
I bet she hear you.
Yeah, she did hear me. She just said, "Yeah, I heard it." Oh boy.
What are you gonna do next episode?
You're getting me in trouble. So, hey, I'm just curious. When it was Danny, you went to Disneyland, right, with your family?
Yes.
Did you drive there, or fly in an airplane, or how did you get there?
We went in car.
Excuse me?
It's here in Ontario. Ontario.
Uh-huh.
It's in Canada. Oh
Right.
no, sorry, not Disneyland. It's sorry, Wonderland.
Oh, Wonderland. It's like Disneyland, like has roller coasters and things like that.
Yes, yes, but it's here in. So we went in car because it's. I live in Quebec,
In Quebec, okay.
and it's in Ontario.
Oh, okay.
So sorry, it's not Disneyland.
That's okay.
So,
I'll make sure
Danny
my
was
wife knows that
lying.
later.
so,
So
no,
does
your
any-
wife cannot be jealous.
Your
of-
wife is some. Oh,
Oh, a boy.
Your
oh
son.
yeah, I thought it was your wife.
Oh no, that's my son in the back. He's walking.
I know that his name.
Hello,
is
Nathan.
C.
They're saying hi to you, Corey. So, does anybody else have any good memories, things they remember doing with their family?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I always were with my family is really big. I have grandparents, cousins, and sister. And also my family is not just by blood. You know, we have friends are actually family for us.
Okay.
So we go to the beach like in 2 hours from Santiago,
Okay.
and it's about we have a house there. My grandfather had a house there, and it was in the middle between a beach and a forest. So in the summer it was very cool. Go to the beach, and then maybe at night or late the afternoon we go to the forest and we can find some rabbits and just walk and run away, and I don't know, it was wonderful for us because we
Like explore.
yeah I love to
Oh
climb
wow.
trees and find some bugs, spiders. So for me and at night we 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 make the fire, how I say this,
Bonfire.
yeah, like big ones,
Fogata.
fogatas. See,
Fogata. Yeah, like you
and
say bonfire.
okay, bonfire, and
Can
all
you
the
write it?
family we are in circle in the bonfire, and we talk and we laugh, and sometimes with a guitar. No, it's
Oh,
awesome.
how fun.
Yeah,
What great memories. That's fantastic, isn't it?
yeah,
Okay.
really great.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that, Sebastian. That's really uh, the way you explained it too is great. I can just imagine being there. It sounds really fun.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have any stories, things you remember doing with your family?
Um, Going on vacation with my cousins was awesome. We went like 3 years in a row. It's okay.
Okay.
To the same place. I went with my cousin Tayel and also her brothers, and it was really cool. We were like 12 years old, and it was really fun. And when we ran out of money with my cousin, we went to sell cake just to have money for go to the games and, and live there. Um, yeah, that's one of the great memories I have.
That's fantastic. I like what was it? I hope I'm saying this right. Man, I really like what you said in the chat. For me, every moment with my family is important, like every breath I take. That's really nice. That's really
Oh, so
nice.
sweet.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Who
Families
said
are
that?
super. In the chat, Man,
Traveling.
on the Verbling chat,
Oh,
on the
don't.
side there. That's really
oh
nice.
man, yeah, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say something just for?
Sure, of course.
I just found out there's a Gerardo Villegas, and my name is Sebastián Villar Villegas. Oh my god, maybe we are relatives. And we're talking about family.
You never know. I mean,
I
never
don't
know.
think so. No.
Where you from, Gerardo?
Mexico City.
Oh
Oh,
no.
but maybe, who knows?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe my grandfather behaved a little bit bad, and
Could have been, but I don't know. I'm not so sure about it.
That's possible. People move a lot now, and it's not rare for people to go from one place to another, and you start family, and your family can spread. Um,
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
that's possible. Before we move on, does anybody else have a story about their family? Something you remember doing when you were younger?
Oh, well, I
You'd like to
have.
talk about? Okay, Alan, go ahead.
I remember to like Sebastian, my family is so big too. So we went to a vacation, but it was like up in a mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, and there were how you say aguas termales, hot springs.
Yes.
Yeah, hot springs,
Hot springs.
and there was a beautiful lake, and
Oh wow.
there was to we stay in a cabin, and at night you should see a beautiful view.
Uh,
Yeah,
that sounds
it was
great.
great too.
You know, the thought just came to me. You have all these wonderful stories. Have any of you taken the time to write them down so that you can remember them later?
No.
No.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Who? I'm just curious in the class. How many of you keep a journal or a diary so that you can tell stories like this later?
Me?
Um,
Yes. When I travel, I wrote something.
Okay.
The whole trip I wrote.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just sometimes whenever I feel like writing.
When you feel like writing, you'll write it down.
Yeah.
You know, one
yeah, me too.
one day that's going to be important for your family. They're going to want to know these things.
What's going on? Fight.
I don't know.
I muted him.
Yeah, I saw you did that. I won't stop you. Okay. So we've talked about how in the past we've had great times with our families. How many of you have plans, besides Sebastian, to have a family of your own in the future?
Not with me.
What was the
Oh,
question
come
again?
on, Miguel.
How many of you would like to be parents later? Would like to have a family later? A family of your own?
Me.
Yeah.
All of us.
What makes that something you would like to do? What do you think would be the best part of being a parent?
Because having children.
You leave something on this world. You know?
What was that, Danny?
I mean, it's like you came alive to the world and you leave something. You give life and you like
Yeah, I think I know what
That's true.
I
the,
think
the,
it's like
the
one
just
purpose.
the just
It's
idea
kind
of having a baby of your own with your wife, or maybe it's not your wife, it's just your partner. Yes.
Okay.
But the idea of that in that baby is your blood also is. I mean, I don't have babies, but I guess it's amazing, and see that he's growing up, and maybe he says something that you'd say or do something that you did when you were younger. I guess that it must be pretty awesome.
Nate, you're here, the one who knows best about this.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to hear your opinions. I can tell you that it is very special. I still remember when both of my kids were born. I was there with my wife, and it's different than any other experience. It's scary, but it's exciting too. And when a baby is born, it's such a special time, and they're so small but so important, and you just want to say and do everything just right, you know, to make sure that everything's good for them. It's very
Aw.
special.
That's so sweet.
Don't
Yes.
cry, Michaela.
Do you think that it's harder now or harder in the past to be a parent? I mean, you think about it, and now there are a lot of things like you can have a cell phone to call your kid anytime. You know, there's a lot of opportunities for your kids. But on the other hand, there's a lot of dangerous things too for
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yes. I think
Which
now it's
do you
harder.
think was easier?
I think that in terms of difficulty, it may be the same, but in terms of potential, I think there's more potential today to be a very good parent.
Okay.
Just in terms of potential.
What do you think would be most helpful to give most potential?
Most what?
What would give the most potential? What would be the most helpful things in our world today?
Well, as you say, there are a lot of opportunities. So if there are a lot of opportunities to take care about, it becomes, yes, harder maybe, so harder to deal. So
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Does anybody else have an opinion on that? What would be your choice? Be a parent now or in the past or maybe in the future?
In the past.
In the
In the
past?
future.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, in the
Why in
past.
the future?
I think the children could enjoy more being outside than now. I mean, now it's really dangerous to let them go out.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Mm.
You just
Yeah,
you,
that's true.
you
It's
just
really, it's really. Oh no, sorry, sorry.
no, I'm sorry. I just talking a lot, so go ahead.
I agree with Mika because I think nowadays the society is changing in different ways, so it's really difficult to have, or I mean, to educate babies now or children because of a society. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, the thoughts of the people are changing in different ways, and it's pretty difficult to have now babies because of I mean, it's kind of dangerous nowadays. I mean, the violence and that stuff in
Mm.
everywhere. Well, that's what I think.
The world is going crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of dangerous for kids, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Yes.
Yes.
That is kind of sad.
But I think that always being a parent will be like a constant worried about your kids, even in the past or now. You are always going to be worried about them, what can
But
Yes, of
happen to
course.
them. But of course, now we have more violence, or even in our houses, our kids can be, how to say it, not protected. For
Yeah.
example, with the internet, even at home, they can be in
Yeah, that's
danger.
right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I guess
Also,
I was just thinking it's just different, I guess. In the past, maybe there was sickness
mm-mm.
that now we
Yeah,
can
that's
cure, but now there's other things that are
other things.
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I think I cut off.
Hmm?
Was it Angela you were going to talk?
No, I just want to say that it's kind of, it depends where you live or where you came from, where you from. Yeah. Like in
Yeah.
the Philippines, actually, we live, when we talk about the past, actually, our parents live very simple. But nowadays, it's kind of different. And yeah, it's a lot more dangerous now than before. So past is maybe safe than today. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
safer.
what is dangerous today?
Hmm?
What is dangerous today that in the past was not really?
Some
Uh,
people said like the internet was dangerous,
mm,
or dangers like I think drugs are a danger for kids now.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Because what I was thinking is, in the past, the danger could be the same, like rape and all, like the same danger, but not promoted on TV. So we were not aware of danger as much as today.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Danny, that's a really good thought.
Mm-mm, maybe.
Maybe we just didn't know about things that were happening as much in the past
Yeah.
because it wasn't reported as much or something like that. That's possible. That's
Just worse.
possible.
No.
Well, I have a question. Earlier, Sebastian, you were talking, was with Gerardo, and you thought maybe we could be related. Do any of you do genealogy work, or do you like to search for information about your ancestors?
I did.
Uh,
You did, Danny?
Oh, sorry, it was question for Villegas.
It's a question for anyone. Are you interested in genealogy or searching for information about your family in the past?
I just searched for my last name in Google, to know what my ancestors came from. It was
Okay.
it was from France.
Oh, really?
Yes, even if I'm in Canada, Quebec, so I knew where my ancestors came from, and it's like deformed. Um, the last name, for example, was a little different, but with over time it changed to become the last name I have now.
Okay. That's so you found a lot of information.
Yes, during that night that I searched.
Wonderful. Has
But
anybody else ever done that?
Yeah, I've done that. But I try to talk a lot with my mother, my father, grandfathers about their lives, about my grandmother, you know.
Great
So
grandmother, great grandfather?
yeah, I'm always trying to learn about them. About I love to take old pictures of our family and
Oh,
start to ask, who is she, and how she died, and she was a good, I don't know, aunt from you, and it's just we do a lot in my family that we are when we are all together, we start to to look pictures to remember stuff. And
okay.
I always I grab my grandfather and my grandmother because they know everything, so they can tell me everything about all the pictures.
Yeah, they have more experience, right?
Yeah,
They've lived it all. They've seen everything.
yeah, yeah.
That's neat. Yeah, it's fun to do genealogy. It's fun to know. I know my family, um, my father's family, a few generations ago came from England, and that was it, England. But my mother's family comes from Switzerland and Germany. And so they all came to the United States, and now we're
Here
here.
you are.
Here I am. Here I am. It's kind of fun to know where your family came from and
Yeah.
stories and stuff like that. Well, hey, I want to teach you a phrase. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but sometimes people will say, you have a black sheep in the family.
I'm the one.
How would you
is a black
describe,
sheep?
what is a black sheep? What is a black sheep?
Yeah, what is a black? I don't know.
Sheep, I'll put sheep like that.
Meh.
That's an animal, yeah. It's an animal that you cut the wool off of it to make sweaters or other things like that. But when you say a black sheep, that means maybe it's somebody who everybody's not proud of. Maybe they committed a crime or did some things that weren't right, and so some of the family is ashamed of them.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Sebastian is a
rebellious.
black sheep from
What? Hey, we're not gonna call names here. Come on.
I am a black sheep.
You are the black sheep.
Hey, I don't know what is a black sheep. I know what is black. I am a black, but sheep, I don't know.
It's an
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, animal. I know I'm not a black sheep.
He's what I say.
So, Ismail, where are you from?
Me, I'm from Mauritania.
Where?
Mauritania.
Yeah.
Let me Google map this.
Yeah.
Mauritania. But I am,
Mauritania in Morocco or no, not in Morocco.
yeah, inside Morocco and Senegal.
Oh, okay, inside Morocco. Okay.
Yeah, I lived in France. I'm coming in States in Colorado since 6 days.
Oh,
But
really? 6
yeah,
days ago?
6 days.
6 days ago. But my level is very, very, very bad. My level in English is very bad, and I was speaking at one friend. I asked him It's I don't know. I don't know what I what I
Danny's
must do.
Googling.
Yeah, yeah, learning for to learn English. He said me, yeah, I know one one website, web link. He
Hmm.
sent me it by SMS, and I'm trying it
Well, hey,
now.
we're glad you're here. I think you're doing the right thing. I think this is a great way to learn a language. So,
Yeah, yeah,
congratulations.
thanks.
So, does anybody want to tell a story about a black sheep in their family?
What?
Oh, we can't.
Why not? You don't have to
Too
say their
funny.
name. You don't have to say their name.
I don't understand.
Um, somebody who maybe in your family made other people angry by committing an error or something like that.
I can try. My uncle is now hated by all my other uncles and aunts because he's a weird person. In past, when he was young, for example, he was killing animals, and over time he made a lot of errors, and he's the black sheep, I would say.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that would be a black sheep.
Good.
But that's his life, right? I mean, that's his
Yes.
choice. That's his choice.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay, so nobody has a story about that? Okay, that's all right.
Well, not so far.
Yeah, they just don't want to share. Manuel said nobody's going to accept who is the black sheep in his family. Well, you know,
Maybe we all are the black sheep of our families.
yeah,
No,
you
just
know.
you, Sebastian.
Come on, Michaela, we are going to have a chicken. Don't do that.
All right. Well, let's talk then about going on. You know, I think we all love our families, right?
Yes.
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 But in all families, there's difficulties. Sometimes arguing or something like that. Why do you think it is that in a family where you love each other so much, there's still, arguing or fighting or problems?
I think it's kind of normal. I mean, it's something that you can't avoid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're probably right. What? Maybe because you just spend so much time with your family, it's inevitable
yeah,
that you will have a disagreement.
yeah. That's right.
That's just normal.
Yeah.
But the day after, you still talk to them.
Yes. That's important, isn't it? Forgiving, being patient, things like that, that's very important in a family. That's for sure.
Yes,
I think
yes.
if it is someone says that no, my family never fight or we don't argue, I think there's something wrong with that family because they don't say the things, you know?
You don't
There
think
has
they're
to
being
be-
honest?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they're honest, maybe they don't fight, but maybe they don't tell each other. Maybe, for example, I don't like when you do this kind of
Oh,
stuff, you know? So
right.
that's why they don't fight. So maybe when you fight with, I don't know, my sister, for example, it's because I think it's because love, maybe is the word actually. It's because she wants me to be a better person, and also I want to be a better. She que ella sea una buena persona y yo una buena persona. No sé si me explico, se explica.
Sí, no, está bien. Yeah, I agree.
So I think there has to be debate and discussion between the families.
Right. You know, that's probably one of the ways that we grow, that we become better people is by learning from one another, getting to know each other better, things like that.
Yes.
Man, good things coming from Man on the verbally in chat. The struggle is human nature, even in the same family. You're a philosopher. Always saying, yeah, man, saying good things. Well, one of the last things I wanted to ask the class, it's kind of your idea in the future, when you have your own family, what rules would you like to have in your family? Every family has rules or guidelines. If you had to pick 2 or maybe 3 rules, what would you pick?
Respect each other.
Yeah, maybe respect.
Oh, respect. That's a big one. Anything else?
Be affectionate. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Afectuoso? Affectionate? Or something
Yeah.
like that.
Be affectionate, loving.
Helping.
Yeah.
What was that, Danny?
Helping.
Helping? Helpful?
Yeah. Help each other, give back.
Helping.
Helping. Okay.
I put a rule, but it was like a rule, like a strict rule. Not, I mean, love and respect, of course. But I love, and I always do that. We, as a family, that when we have dinner, we all always we have like 30 or 40 minutes, even more. Then we finish eating, and we start to talk. We start to the great conversation, between the older ones and the younger. So if I have to um, have one rule to my children, it would be we have dinner and share in the table, in the dinner table.
Communication.
Wow.
Communication.
That's great.
And so if any of you come to my house and don't have a conversation at the table, you will be rude with me, because I love conversation.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a great idea. There's I know where I live, there are a lot of people who they eat alone, they never talk, they never have conversation with their family. That's what you said was really good. You're a smart guy. Yes.
How is the right way of saying sobremesa?
Sobremesa?
Yeah, when you
At
talk
the table. Like
Okay.
At the table?
talk
Yeah.
like you'd say when you talk at the table. I'll type it.
Okay.
Or a lot of people say at the dinner table. Dinner is cena. So you say you're talking at the dinner table.
But we usually do after. I mean, we usually when we are eating, but we usually do after, when we are done. We start talking in conversation, like probably deep conversation, other lighter.
Light conversation, yeah.
Yeah,
That's one thing I noticed. I noticed in Argentina, like when people would tomar a mate or they just sit down to share mate, a lot of
That's
conversation. Yeah, that's good time. That's really cool.
I think that's why we like mate, because we like to share the moment and to talk and drink. I don't know.
You don't like the mate as much as the conversation, huh?
Yeah, that's true. I love to talk.
Yeah.
And the mate is okay, of course. It is sweet. If not, I don't like it.
There's a lot of, I think a lot of times people when they share a drink, like mate or tea or something like that, a big part of the appeal is the conversation that you have with the people around you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
You should all try mate.
You know what, Michaela? I tried to drink mate, but the first time I did it, I burned my tongue. So it was a shock for me, and I never could do it anymore.
Oh, but you're stealing. I mean, come on.
Everyone in my family drink mate. except me.
Oh, cool.
Well, we're getting close to time, but the last thing I want to ask you about is if anybody would like to share how their parents met. Is that something there? Does anybody know how their parents met?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that story, don't they?
Yes.
Yes.
What? Who would like to share first? Angeli, how did your parents meet?
Oh no, why me?
You were smiling. I know it has to be a good story.
Yeah. No, I don't know actually the details, but they were both working here in Japan, and then they suddenly met, and that's it. I don't know
Okay.
the whole story, but that's just what I
Probably through
remember.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm. That's it. I really can't remember anything.
Okay. All right. Gerardo, do you know how your parents met?
I think so. Well, they told me that they meet each other when they were working, and then I think it was kind of normal because my father said, "Oh, I like that girl. She's really nice," and I don't know. And then my mother was kind of she didn't like how can I say it? The kind of person that is my dad, that was my dad at that time, and it was really difficult for my dad. But then at the end, he conquered her. Yeah.
Do you think she was good for your dad? You think she helped your dad to be a better person?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
she helps a lot my dad in many things. And my dad has been changing a lot in his behavior, so it is great, I think.
That's good.
Mom move.
A lot of times people, the best comes out in them. They give their very best for their family, so that's neat. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does anybody else? Jalissa, are you there?
Yes.
I haven't heard too many comments from you. Would you like to share?
Sorry.
How did your? No, it's okay. How did your family meet?
Well, I remember that they told me that they were friends since they were kids because they lived in the same neighborhood. So they met each other since they were kids, and they started to, how do you say, to date when my mom was 16 and my dad was 18.
Oh,
So
okay.
since that moment they started to date, and then they decided to get married, and until now they are together.
Did they date for a long time?
Not a long time. I think that in the past their relationships were different. They just met for a short time, and then they decided to be together and to get married.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I think you're
they
right.
were very young when they got together.
How old were they?
My mom was, well, when they started to date, my
No,
mom was
when they
16.
got married.
Well, my mom was 20, my dad 22. So
That's
it's
not too young.
different compared to now that people got married older.
I was 21 when I got married.
Oh.
So young.
And my wife was 20. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know, Alan. We still have time for just a couple more stories. Alan, do you know your parents' story? How they met?
I don't really know it, but what I know is that they date for about 8 years.
Oh, okay, 8 years.
Yeah, and that's all I know.
That's funny. That's a good time. It's important, I think, to know really well your your spouse before you commit to be married. You know, that's a big step.
Nate,
Yeah.
and what's your story?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same. Sebastian, you read my mind.
Okay,
Now it's
well,
your turn.
okay, my turn. When I was in high school, my wife, she lived in in another city, and and then she moved to the city where I lived when she was 15 and I was 16, and immediately she caught my eye, and you know, we were friends, and we dated off and on through high school, and I loved her from the very first. And then, yeah, I did. But I had to convince her to love me just as much. And she made me work hard, but it was worth it. And so, when I was... No, she's gone now. She was here when the Disneyland conversation, but she's gone now. But you know, when I was 21 and she was 20, we got married, and
very young.
yeah, we were kind of young, but that's okay, and we're still married. That was a long time ago.
Wow. Tell us your age.
I'm gonna be 41 next month.
Oh my god.
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
Nate.
That's a long time.
What I like about you, Nate, is that you're still wearing your ring.
Oh yeah, my
Pretty
ring.
Sweet. Yes.
I have to. If I didn't wear that,
You're gonna
then I might get my hand cut off. No, it's wonderful being married. I love my family, and I'm sure you all love your family too. But you know, I think earlier it was Sebastian. You were talking, as well as Alan, about how friends can be considered a family too. And I just want to tell you all, thank you very much for being here tonight. It's really wonderful for me to meet people from other places, and I feel like we're kind of like a learning family, and it's really nice to get to meet you. I really appreciate you coming to class. I had a wonderful time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uncle Nate.
Yes, I'll be your Uncle Nate.
Yes.
No, it's very nice to meet you guys too.
Nice to meet you too.
It's been wonderful. It's really has been wonderful.
It has a conversation every day.
I'm trying to remember, when is my next class. I tried to sign up, and I don't think I was able to get one for tomorrow. But Saturday I have another class, and then I have a couple on Monday. So.
Okay, same hour.
No, if you go to my profile, it shows when my next classes are.
Okay.
I think on Saturday it's at on my time it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But I hope to see you all again, and please keep studying. You're doing such a wonderful job. You really are, and I love to hear your stories.
Thank you. Oh,
take care, Sir Nate.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.